What's up YouTube, it's Updated TCG here and welcome back to another TCG battle video on my channel. Today we're actually going to be playing with a Blissey deck that got second at a big online tournament. So I'm very excited for this one because we are still in the black, gold and white flare meta. Of course, format for the Pokemon TCG World Championships. I'm still training a lot for it and this Blissey deck is very interesting. So let's check it out together. Also, if you guys are excited for this upload, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in many ways. It is super effective on the channel and Blissey is a very cool Pokemon, so why not do so? So Blissey, what is it all about? Well, pretty much it is a card that allows you to switch a basic energy from one Pokemon to another, which is great. Definitely if you combine that with some Munkidori action. And you also draw cards if you attack with it, and you come back with a monstrous 300 HP. That's very huge indeed because with 4 Munkidori in there, you can transfer over all the damage that's being put onto you to the opponent, which is great, definitely with the Happy Switch ability in mind. Another cool thing about this deck is that we're playing some Wall Pokémon. We're playing a Milotic, which is immune from damage from Terra Pokemon. Think about Charizard, Dragapult, all those Pokemon. And you also come back with a Farigiraf, which is immune from opponent's basic EXs. So think about a Raging Bolt EX, for example. Another cool thing is that we're playing the Cornerstone Ogerpon EX, which is immune from Pokemon that have abilities. So think about Gholdengo EX in particular. It's not going to be able to attack you at all. Charizard is not going to be able to attack you at all, so you're actually in a very great position with all these wall cards combined with Blissey. In specific matchups, you just go for Blissey with the pure tank ability and the Munkidoris. In other situations, you go for the wall Pokemon of choice. You have the Shaman, which protect your Munkidoris from being sniped, which is also very huge. And we also compact with, of course, the capabilities of 4 Arven, and that's going to allow you to get the Precious Trolley out the deck and get yourself set up instantly. Get all the Munkidoris you want, and that's going to be very good. We also have access to the Town Store, which also allows us to find tool cards in addition to Arven. That means stuff like TM Energize is very good, so you can get some Darkness energies equipped to your Pokemon, or you can set up your evolving Wall Pokemon. There's also the Technical Machine Evolution helping out in the process to instantly get your 30 HP Fade Blast into a Milotic, or your Girafarig into a Farigiraf EX. So a very cool archetype. It was actually piloted by Riley Smith in an online tournament with 158 players, if I'm not mistaken. So very cool indeed. Let's test it out on the rank ladder right now. Also go check out the sponsors that make the daily content possible. We have dragonshield.com for your sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. You can get 5% off on everything on the website, so stock up for the new season. A lot of sleeves and all that. You're definitely going to be having the best quality around. TC Evolutions for your damage counters and ability tokens. You can get them with 10% off using the coupon ZapDosTCG. Photon Store. Also, with the same coupon code, you can get 5% off on TCG Live code cards with instant email delivery. And cardmarket.com for European players, where you're able to buy as well as sell cards to people all across Europe. You can use the referral name ZapDosTCG to help support the channel. Let's see here. We have a Munkidori, we have an Energy, and we have the Turbo Energize. So this is already a great start, as I have the Arven. Let's just hope Precious Trolley is not priced. It is our 1 A-spec card of choice. And we're also going second, so this is a great hand going second, depends on what we have. We are up against a Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt typically has 2 Gusting cards, and that's going to be Prime Catcher as well as the Boss's Orders. We'll have to get out the Farigiraf EX in this matchup, if we're able to do that, and of course utilize the power of the TM Evolution. We instantly have access to a very strong card that's going to allow us to help out. We could also try and establish... It all depends on if they are playing... they have the Noctowl engine, so they can technically Prime Catch and all do a lot of weird stuff to take down our Pokemon. But we can allow us to just sacrifice 5 prizes and then leave with a lone Farigiraf EX. That's the main plan of action. We have a Munkidori, so the opponent does not know exactly what we're playing, which is a great help. It all comes out. I am not going to be going for Turbo Energize and setting up a Girafarig. For all I know, they have E-Switch, Sada, and all that stuff to snipe 120, which could be very tricky. No energies in the discard pile though, so maybe I can actually afford to do that. Arven. And yeah, Precious Trolley is the first card I'm getting. TM Evolution as well. What can we grab here? Precious Trolley. I'm gonna get ourselves Girafarig, Munkidori. And also just get Shaman on board so they cannot snipe the Girafarig. They can still Prime Catch, I suppose. Prime Catch Sada, but there's no energy in the discard pile. So maybe these cards are better. Yeah, there's still the Farigiraf EX in there. So maybe this is the plan of action. I can allow us to sacrifice all of these cards. Is it the best plan though? Maybe we just focus on this scenario and just hope they don't have it, right? A bunch of Munkidori. They can take them all down if they want to. Let's go with that. An army of Munkidori, they can all knock them out if they want to. We have the Ultra Ball in hand, so it's going to be for next turn. For now, I'm just going to charge up on my Farigiraf with the Turbo Energize. Let's go. We have the Shaman to protect ourselves from sniping, which is great. So let's go Turbo Energize. And we're going to set ourselves up. I think I need Psychic Energy and Darkness Energy with the help of the attack here. The Dirty Beam. So let's slap this down. And we're good to go. So they cannot knock anything out. We have Shaman, so if they want to attack, they need to attack Shaman for 90 damage at most. I will be surprised if they find E-Switch, Sada, and Energy Switch, and Prime Catch all in that 4-card hand. I am not certain that's gonna happen. So with that being said, we will have Farigiraf turn 2. Farigiraf can, of course, yeah, they can use the Mew EX to attack Farigiraf EX, though. So there's a little bit of a hassle right there. We have a very great hand. We can go... Oh, they have the Prime Catcher and the Crispin. They can technically knock out Shaman if they want to. They have the Prime Catcher. Well, that's very interesting, right? That is very interesting, because we're gonna have to like confuse the Raging Bolt with the Munkidori to do something. Maybe I should have done that differently and just set up our Farigiraf, but yeah, we're up against like just one Raging Bolt. That's about it. They can no longer snipe the Shaman. They did burn their Prime Catcher already as well. So it could be worse, could be worse. We're gonna Night Stretcher instantly that Farigiraf. We have the Super Rod as well, so we're gonna go focus on Night Stretcher, get this guy back, for sure. Let's go. We can Super Rod these energies back. Then I think I might be able to go for Turbo Energize, but I also want to like confuse the Raging Bolt there. That would be like really useful, but I need to attach energies to our... This only protects from the non-rule box Pokemon, so maybe we have to wait. There's no way they can find like balls instantly. I would be surprised if they have that. Could also just knock out a Raging Ball with a Blissey. They don't have that much Gust, right? They don't have that much Gust. So let's just focus on this. Get a Blissey up and going, because that's gonna allow us to transfer the energies. So let's go. We have the Town Store. In this deck, we only have... Yeah, we have double Turbo Energize, by the way. That's pretty interesting. So let's go with that. Get ourselves... You have the EXP share as well, which could be really useful if they want to, like, knock the active out. All the rest of the Pokemon they cannot attack, so that's good. Attach here. Attach there. And we're good to go. We'll see what they come up with. They can technically boss the Girafarig and knock it out, but they will need to find it without the help of Noctows. Counter Catcher gone, Prime Catcher gone. We can just deal with the Raging Bolt, the baby Raging Bolt with Blissey EX if I want to. Can also use the Mind Band. If they knock us out, we instantly have access to the Farigiraf, which is very great. We also have access to Crispin in the deck, which is awesome. We have the Ultra Ball, so it all comes down to what they are gonna do here. If they knock out Munkidori, we can attack with Farigiraf. That's what it is. They only have access to like one boss at most, maybe two. They can knock out Munkidori if they want to, but then Farigiraf is able to attack. As we will have... Yeah, there's the Dragon Headbutt, it's fine. Now we have access to Farigiraf. We're gonna knock out the Raging Bolts, and no basic EX will be able to touch us, which is awesome. They can still not get the Mew up on board if they want to. In this scenario, the best plan of action, I no longer need like more of these darkness type energies, I suppose. I'll go for Ultra Ball first, and then maybe finding Crispin is probably better, because in this 60, I know we're playing Earthen Vessel, but I don't know if it's in the deck. So the best plan of action is to maybe go Ultra Ball, get rid of these, and then get my Farigiraf up and going. Let's do that first. Next we have a bunch of Crispins, and Earthen Vessel is also in there. So we can just try out Farigiraf first. And in this scenario, I'm just gonna go for Earthen Vessel. It's probably gonna be the safest choice. Let's get Earthen Vessel. This one, we have the redeemable Tickliff if specific cards are prized, I suppose. But in this scenario, we will have access to the Psychic Energy and more of the Darkness Energies for the Munkidoris. Get that Psychic Energy right there. And off and ready to go. So the cool thing is, if they're setting up another Raging Bolt, we can instantly have... Yeah, we also put 30 damage to one of the opponent's bench Pokemon, so maybe we just focus on the Ditto. Or focus on this guy. Yeah, because if they want to attack with Mew, to like copy-paste something, we can actually just get a lot of prize cards with that. This means we can just take 2 prize cards easily if need be. There's a Mew EX, very weak. We can knock it out with Balls. And then... also, Ditto is kind of the Pokemon that can be weak to the residual damage of the Dirty Beam. The reason I'm going for Mew, because if they overlap the stadium, they can get rid of the Ditto. And if they get rid of the Mew, they don't have any draw power. We still compact with Ionos, so we're fine. They only have like 1 or 2 Balls, and they cannot deal with Farigiraf, because all the basic Pokemon EXs cannot hit Farigiraf. And we have access to Munkidoris as well. Let's go. All the Pokemon on the bench can also not get sniped, so... I wonder what they're gonna do here. Even though Teal Mask is a Grass-type Pokemon, we are weak to Grass, they are not able to touch us whatsoever, so I don't mind it in the slightest. And if there is going to be another Baby Raging Ball, we go after it instantly with the Pokegear and try to find Balls. Okay, there's Sada. We also have Munkidoris, which can transfer damage over to the Ditto, and then we can knock out the Ditto in combination with... yeah, you can knock out the Ditto instantly. That's gonna be funky. That's gonna be taking us 2 prizes. It's gonna be a 2-prize turn here for this Blissey deck. Even though we did not use Blissey at all, we can technically evolve and then get 2 Munkidoris activated instantly if we want to. That means 60 damage on the opponent's bench. We can still do that later. This is actually kind of tricky. In this scenario, I don't see any world where they can knock out any of our Pokemon here. Unless they have like... Okay, there's a Hoot Hoot. Technically, I can knock it out if I have a Blissey. Yeah, there's the one Hoot Hoot right there. There is a Soul Landing that they can do, but that's actually going to be doing nothing at all. We have the Counter Catcher. We're still behind in prizes, which is awesome. So let's take down the Baby Raging Bolt. Put down a Darkness Energy right here. Utilize the Munkidori action. We're going to be transferring damage to the Ditto. Let's go. And now we can still have Pokegears, but I'm saving them for Balsasaurus plays. 60 damage and 30 to the Ditto. Let's go. 2-prize turn. Their Counter Catcher's gone. Their Prime Catcher's gone. They can still use the Assault Landing with the with the Fan Rotom, but at one point we will win the game because of double Munkidori and the residual damage of the Dirty Beam attack of Farigiraf EX. How cool is this archetype? Right? We only have 3 prize cards to take, and we can take that next turn with the Boss's Orders. What are they gonna get? Oh, it's Cornerstone Ogerpon. Luckily, this guy's already damaged. We cannot attack the Cornerstone, but that's fine. They still need to like power it up with like Crispin or something, which they technically can do. But this is going to be a battle for the ages because we need to like use our Boss's Orders to make sure we can take all of these Pokemon down. But that's fine. We have enough Boss. We can still activate residual damage of Farigiraf, double Munkidori, and Boss Play to get it all done. The only thing we need is, I would say, a Darkness Energy or a Blissey and a Boss to make it happen. And who the hell plays Cornerstone in their Raging Bolt deck? 2 grass energies. Do they even have access to, like... If they're having... Yeah, they have the Crispin. Okay. Crispin can technically power up a Cornerstone, but they need E-Switch as well in order to just attack with it. And then, if they attack us, we can transfer damage back over to the opponent. Teal Dance as well. Maybe they have an E-Switch. Then they can slap for 140, which is still not enough. Yeah, I know we cannot attack Cornerstone. Yeah, there's a Fan Rotom. Let's go Assault Landing. If I have a boss, I can just do a lot of crazy stuff. Okay, there's Milotic. Absolutely doing nothing. First things first, if we have boss, we can heal 30 damage. So we can be at 80. 80 with 140 is still not a knockout, so boss is probably the best play here. So research could also be quite good. What I really want... Yeah, let's put Turbo Energize. I don't actually need Turbo Energize any longer. Slap it down here. Pokegear. Oh, there's the boss. Let's go. Let us focus on Adrenabrain. We're going to be putting that... Might as well put it on the attacking Fan Rotom right here. Let's go. Then we boss up Mew EX. Now we attack. Might as well slap down more of these down. At this point, we only need one more prize, right? Let's go, slap this down and go for a Dirty Beam attack. It was also weak to darkness, so this actually, this residual damage was unnecessary. This was actually necessary. We were a darkness type, yeah. I could have won already if I wanted to. It is really showcasing the power of Farigiraf EX. Being immune for... Yeah, this actually goes to everything that Demolish. So if people were wondering, oh, basic EX cannot attack you, but with this attack they can. They only stop 140, which means we still survive, which means Munkidori is game on a Fan Rotom. We only need to take one prize card here. And we have a Munkidori live, so... In order for them to win, and even though we can attack with like the Dirty Beam as well, I think this is game. Unless they can find Jamming Tower, it is game. They get like 4 cards. We even have Switch as well. I could have waited by knocking out Mew, but they don't have more draw power here. So they Iono to 4. They have Fez on top of that, so they have 7 cards. From all of that, they already played the supporter, so no gusting capabilities. They're gonna attack Farigiraf, but they need Jamming Tower. They need the Jamming Tower. Latias, they can retreat if they want to. Flipping the script. Yeah, they need to get rid of this liability here. Okay, they have the Jamming Tower. They have literally everything they wanted. Sure. Okay. They could technically take 2 prize cards there. The Jamming Tower is live as well. They still have Raging Bolt. Double jamming, double stretcher is gone. I could have won already, but this is a very interesting approach. I'm not gonna lie. They can stop 140. Yeah, next turn we're gonna get knocked out. Unless we have like Switch. They can have balls as well. Teal Dance Ogerpon is also preparing itself. This guy is weak to darkness. Let's see what we grab from the top deck. It is an Ultra Ball. That is interesting. That is very interesting. Adrenabrain 100%. And we need to go after this little buddy, right? If we have an Ultra Ball, we can technically... Do they have boss in hand? 5 cards, 7 cards remaining. If they have boss, they can go after this one. We can... we do Dirty Beam, but we can put 30 on the Fan Rotom. Interesting, right? Interesting for sure. What do we do here? We can get Ultra Ball Blissey and then win that way. They don't have more. Do they have Terra? Yeah, they still have Area Zeros on their depth. Ugh. But we also want to make sure we win this turn. So maybe it is better. The Ultra Ball is pretty strong though. I'm actually gonna switch over to... I'm gonna sacrifice... If I have an energy, Happy Switch could make the job done. Yeah. Let's focus on the Shaman here. They can knock that out if they want to. If they don't have balls right now, we can Adrenal Brain, and if it's knocked out, we can win that way. Maybe they're not gonna do that. Maybe they're gonna wait for Balsasaur's place. What a funky game. They still have 4 prizes. Okay, Area 0 under Daff. They have like 6 cards in hand. Latias is there though, but we can still... they just concede. Let's go. Was that the game-changing situation? They probably didn't have Balsasaurus in hand. I could have gone for Adrenal Brain on the Fan Rotom and then attack. If they wanted to attack, if they don't, we have more time. Yeah, but yeah, Farigiraf really blocking out a Raging Bull is pretty good. As mentioned, I didn't need to put that damage onto the Fan Rotom right there. I actually put it on the Fan Rotom instantly, not on the Mew because the Mew was weak to darkness, so note to self. Note to self. But yeah, cool. Cool deck. It was more difficult than I initiated, but yeah, the opponent had like turn 2 Prime Catcher and Crispin. Unfortunately, but we still were able to overcome that, even though they had like the perfect turn 2. Maybe going for TM Evolution a little bit safer, I guess. But yeah, this Blissey deck has options. You also have the redeemable ticket, like let's say your Farigiraf is priced, or your Milotic is priced, or your Cornerstone. There are a lot of one-offs in this archetype. If they are priced, you don't mind at all, because the redeemable ticket can also help you. Alright, that's the first dub of the day. It's first time playing this Blissey Farigiraf Milotic updated version. I did play it before, but in this Black Bolt and White Flare meta, it could actually do a lot of damage here against top tier archetypes. Okay. Do you want to go first? No. I always want to go second with this archetype, as Precious Trolley is the way you can set your board up. Also, most Guardian lists have adapted to playing with Jealous Sand. So you really want Precious Trolley on your second turn, because if you go first and then they go for like item lock with Frillish, you're actually kind of cooked. Cool thing is we do have a Town Store, which allows us... this is also interesting. Search it out for an energy card, put it in hand. Torchic. Interesting. This is Blaziken, right? Blaziken is an EX Pokemon. It is not a Terra Pokemon, but Milotic does hit it for weakness. Blaziken also does not dish out the most amount of damage, if I recall. So maybe going for the Blissey approach in this matchup seems pretty okay. On the other hand, Feebas could take down... yeah, could take down the Blaziken because of weakness. Oh, Budu as well? Interesting. I have no idea what I'm up against. When I'm seeing Froslass, I'm seeing Budu. Okay, the Artisan also helps out. That could allow us to get anything we want. I could already go for Turbo Energize with the Town Store, which is great. Munkidori, okay. I'm gonna try and damage himself. I wonder why the Blaziken is in there. Air Balloon. Okay, let's get it going. We have Chansey. We're gonna try and focus on that. Chansey, we're gonna Artisan. I'm gonna get myself Munkidori. Is my Precious Trolley in here? It totally is. Let's go. It's time for Arven. I'm gonna go for the Precious Trolley. Gonna get ourselves Turbo Energize as well. Let's go. Next up, I will go Precious Trolley, Chansey, Munkidori. I think I only need 2 Chanseys, another Munkidori. Let's go with that. On top of this, I'll go for Turbo Energize here. I will not go and slap down the Town Store, because I really want to use Ultra Ball next turn. So I will go for Earth Vessel, get out a bunch of energies, like a Darkness Energy. Psychic Energy is probably something that I will not need unless they trap us, so maybe get rid of the Fighting Energy. Let's go. I will use the Fighting Energy to Turbo Energize my field. Now, the Darkness Energy to Turbo Energize my field. And on top of that, I will also go for an Ultra Ball, because I will get item locked at one point. And I'll also get out a Blissey. I know they could technically Iono, but we only have 2 cards in hand, which is only going to help our cause. So Turbo Energize time. And we will focus on Darkness Energies. We're gonna be putting one on the... Yeah, we can put him on the Munkidoris. One on the Chansey. We have this a happy switch, so it doesn't matter. And one on the Munkidori. Oh, let's go. So if a Froslass comes to town, we can already transfer over some damage. We have the happy switch right here. We have the research. Technically, happy switch water energy can also take care of a Blaziken EX. We don't item lock here. We have an army of Munkidori. So it's going to be item lock against item lock. All of our Pokemon can technically attack. So I'm not afraid of this too much. I could have also saved the Crispin in this instance. But a research probably is better. To, of course, get ourselves some more hand advantage. Even though, like, Blissey also draws cards. Maybe keeping Crispin would have been better. Yeah, that ensures that we actually have something going. But maybe they go for an Iona regardless. 3 cards in hand. Oh, there's the item lock. Item lock on Feebas. Itchy Pollen, let's go. Yeah, that's not doing anything for us. We have an Ultra Ball which we cannot play. I'm gonna evolve into Blissey and play down the Professor's Research. Okay, we did have an energy, so it did not matter too much if I had Crispin or not. We can retreat. Yeah, retreating the Feebas. Go with that. Attach of the turn. Happy switch time. Right here. I can happy switch as long as I want, but all of these will get damaged because of the Froslass, so I don't know if it's the brightest idea. Let's go. We can draw more cards like if I put the Turbo Energize here, right? It's gonna be 180 and we draw cards. Yes, I want to draw cards. So we have access to Blissey EX this time. With triple Munkidori. Let's go. What are they gonna do now? I don't know what the Blaziken EX does. Have no idea. Is it like 200 damage and I cannot attack? But I can accelerate energies. Maybe it uses the acceleration of the energies to accelerate to Munkidoris. We have Crispin, so we can get more Munkidoris established. Are they gonna use any attack whatsoever? They can technically confuse us with the Mind Band if they're playing Psychic type energies, but I don't think they're gonna do that. It's gonna be like 10 damage. Also, I'm leaving damage here because I want this Feebas to get knocked out at one point. It's a bench hitter that could get trapped by Maractus. Okay, the one prize Blaziken emerges and a Professor's Research on top of this as well. This is not great for them. Froslass, where you at? Froslass will really help with our Munkidori strategy. At one point we could get Iona then trapped by Chansey, so maybe evolving into Blissey is probably the best plan of action. Oh, let's go. We have a Balsasaurus. I'm not gonna bother with this Badoo. I'm just gonna go... Yeah, get an EXP share over here. I could Crispin more energies into play and then transfer them over if I want to. Yeah, technically we just boss up. These Munkidori is doing nothing, right? I want them to have Froslass, so I'm just gonna go after Munkidori. And I will happy switch 1 energy to a monkey. I will use Adrenabrain, healing 10 from this guy on the active so they cannot transfer it back. Use the happy switch again from one monkey to another. And we knock it out. I don't mind getting item locked, to be honest. Not at all. Let's go. Another monkey. What monkey business is this? Sure, we have Blissey EX 300 HP, 2 of them. We can transfer energies all we want. If there's a Blaziken EX at one point, we could have also attacked with like Milotic. We now have Crispin in hand. As soon as they like go into Froslass, the Badoo also gets knocked out because of the amount of Adrenabrains that we have access to. Okay, another Torchic. That's not gonna do too much, right? If they go for Froslass, we have so much damage to work with. No Maractus though. Even with Maractus, we could still win. Counter gain. Earthen Vessel. What are they doing? Like the Blissey showcasing its pure power here. 300 HP. And the flexibility to transfer, the energies to Munkidoris if you want to. So even if they like slap a little bit of damage, Blissey is not phased by it at all. HE Pollen, hooray! Time for Crispin. Or boss. Or boss. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this damage here, I don't mind. I'm just gonna boss up. This is the only Pokemon that can actually do something, right? Let's go. I'm not bothered with the happy switch, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Because at one point I will have enough damage to knock out the Badoo here. Could have also gone after Froslass, but I want them to get out Froslass. See where we're going with that. How many Ionos did they burn? Counter Catcher, Blissey, sure. Energy. And a research, not even Iono. Crazy. That means we have access to Crispin, which means Munkidori can do its muckus. We have double happy switch. We will be able to, they're just keeping on with it. They're not even getting out Froslass. The 120 seems cute, I suppose. It's time for Crispin. Oh dang, we don't have enough energies left. Dang. But at least we have thinned this out, right? So the best plan of action is to put a Psychic Energy here. And then we happy switch ourselves. 1. Happy switch again. And now there's a Psychic Energy in play. All these other Pokemon cannot get trapped. Let's go. Return. I didn't want to knock out this Badoo, to be honest. Okay, Darkness Energy. This really helps. I should have checked my prizes to make sure that the Darkness Energy was in there before I played Crispin, but this is fine. We have like nothing in hand that I want, so even if they Iono, I would be fine with it. And even if they Iono, I can always go for a return. Both Blizzies have enough energies. We have both Happy Switch. The only thing they can do is like Maractus, Phoebus, but then it's knocked out. So that's why I kept the 10 damage on the Phoebus, if you guys were wondering. Maractus is the only thing that can like be kind of annoying, I suppose. But with Psychic Energy in play and enough Munkidoris, we can take care of that quite easily. Yeah, they're getting slaughtered. There's no way around it. So Iono, they have not even taken a single prize card here. Item log does nothing against us. We even have now access to Milotic, if we want to. They're like, if this was a Blaziken EX, this could have been a thing. I did not put my Water Energy in play. I put the Psychic Energy in play just because of the... okay, Unfair Stamp. We had an Arven that I would have not been able to deal with. Arven again. What's gonna happen? We draw back up. Like, any hand disruption gets drawn back up with return. Yeah, they just can see. There's like no way that a very wacky looking Munkidori Badoo Froslass deck can do anything against Blissey. Blissey is just too tanky to deal with. Alright, we're gonna be playing another game, but before we do that, a quick word from one of our sponsors.
Level up your game with TC Evolutions. Breathtaking damage counters, special condition tokens, and ability markers. Precision, style, power. Use coupon TCG for 10% off only at TC Evolutions.
Okay, time for another game with Munkidori, Blissey, and friends. Like, there's a lot of Munkidori in it. If I have Precious Trolley, I feel like I can win most of the matchups in this meta game. Dragapult, easy. Marnie's Grimmsnarl, easy. Gholdengo with the Cornerstone mask, kind of okay. Depends on if they can, if our Cornerstone is priced or not. It is the opponent that is deciding whether they want to go first or second. In my opinion, going second with Blissey feels way better. But this time around, we're going first. That means I can get energy in play and then maybe turn 2 Crispin can do something. Starting with the Precious Trolley might... I don't know if you believe it or not, but it's crazy. I start with Chansey because I don't know if I need Farigiraf or not. It all comes down to what I'm up against. A Blood Moon. If I'm being honest, what plays Blood Moon? Joltik Box. Is Farigiraf great if it is Joltik Box? I'm gonna use Precious Trolley. Just in case. Gonna get out Chansey. Munkidori. Munkidori. I don't know if it's the best decision ever. I could also get Phoebus out, I suppose. Yeah, everything's in the deck, right? It all comes down. I have an urge to slap down. I don't need that many chances, right? I'm gonna lead off with everything. How do you feel about that, folks? Lead with everything and see how it goes. We have Crispin, right? Well, with Crispin, it's not going to be doing too much here, I suppose. But now we have literally everything. This is our first turn. We have both of these bench hitters right here. So technically, if I know what I'm up against, I can evolve either into Milotic or into Farigiraf. I could have also waited a turn, but both of them can evolve. Next turn. TM Evo. We will see very clearly what I'm up against. Buddy Buddy Puff, and it is... Dragapult? Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Okay, those are bad choices. Now my Phoebus and Farigiraf I immediately regret. I have Munkidori set up, so at least that's great, I suppose. Ugh. TM Evo as well. Dang. I should have thought about this a little bit better. Before Blood Moon, yeah. Maybe I did not think about Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Let's be honest. Munkidori as well. Interesting. Energy Surge. And they're gonna evolve into 2 Marnie's Morgrim. It feels like... Yeah, the Shaman... I'm happy that's gone. These two, a little bit less convinced. They're gonna be bench hitters that at one point will get knocked out. I can technically evolve them, but I think we're gonna have to focus on Blissey and the Munkidoris here. There is an Arven. Turbo Energize? Anybody? Ultra Ball, Turbo Energize? Yeah, let's go with that. Ultra Ball and Turbo Energize is the best plan of action. Turbo Energize, Ultra Ball. Let's get rid of these. I have the Blissey, just in case I'm getting item locked. And I can technically put on the active. I want this guy to get knocked out, by the way. If not, I can transfer damage instantly to the opponent. I'm not going to be doing too much damage, so that's the tricky part. And this also is stuck. Unless they have a way to get out of the active. So maybe it's better to go with this guy. It's go time. Turbo Energize. Time for Darkness Energies to be put in play. I'll put one here. I don't think they have Switch and Marnie's Morgrim. I don't think so, but just in case... I'm gonna put one here. I don't trust the opponent. If they go after that one chance, I can no longer attack next turn, so I have to spread them around a little bit. Blood Moon is still stuck in the active. A 3 retreat cost, might I add. I don't think they have Latias. They're gonna attach an energy to the Munkidori and a Resurge. Okay, that's powerful. Another energy down to the discard pile. That's the 3rd energy in play for them. Do they have ways to get out of the active position with the Blood Moon? I have no way to just get... The Phoebus is gonna be a low HP Pokemon. We can still try to put the opponent to sleep, I suppose. Crispin first, get energies into play. It's probably the best plan, right? I could research if I want to. Let's get Darkness Energies, Psychic Energy. Sure. Maybe a Water Energy, just in case. I'll put this in the hand, and I'll accelerate the Water Energy on here. I will go for a Happy Switch. I also have 2 energies right here. And I will Happy Switch 1. Yeah, this didn't matter too much here. I can also draw back up, which is great. They can knock out my Phoebus if they want to. Let's go. Okay, now that I have established a board, 2 Munkidoris. I wish I had 3 Munkidoris in hindsight, but this Phoebus needs to go. They technically can transfer over some damage, but it's not gonna be enough to make sure this Blood Moon survives. There is a way where we can put residual damage with Farigiraf, 30 damage on the bench, but it's not going to be enough with double Munkidori. They need to knock out Phoebus here. Secret Box as well, so they will get out of the active position. If Switch is not priced. I don't even know if they're playing Switch. Air Balloon? Air Balloon will be needed to get them out of this situation. Super Rod, Research. That's not Air Balloon. Is Air Balloon priced? Typically Air Balloon is a one-off card, right? So if it is not in there, maybe they already have it in hand. If not, maybe they want to sacrifice this Blood Moon first. Please knock out my Phoebus. Please. Maybe they can get it from the prize cards. That would be perfect. They have a 1 in 6 chance. That's not a lot. That is not a lot. Did they find Air Balloon? I'd be surprised though. That's a 1 in 6 chance. If it's still stuck, we can establish another Munkidori, and that, yeah, we're good. We're good to go. Let's go. Oh, we have Switch in hand. Munkidori, we're just gonna get one from the Artisan. We have Boss's Order Displays as well. Maybe we should go after the Morgrims, but there's so much damage on their field that it feels pretty bad to do so. Yeah, it feels pretty bad to do so. Yeah, maybe going after the Munkidoris there. Getting a 2-prizer here feels great. It seems like they're stuck in the active, right? It seems that way. Happy Switch. What can we do? Do we go after these guys? Morgrims, are we afraid of those? We can transfer 90. Yeah, they are kind of scary though. Okay, EXP share. Maybe we just get an EXP share and be done with it, right? EXP share. More energies. Earthen Vessel. I don't think... do we need more Chansey? I don't know. Switch is also pretty great. Super Rod is great. Yeah, we have Super Rod, so I'm just gonna get out these. These are more energies in play, which is nice. Put a Psychic Energy there. I can also confuse them if I want to. XP share right here. And Super Rod is there. No, nothing I need, to be honest. Yeah, let's go. Taking 2 prize cards first, I suppose. I think Marnie's Grimmsnarl is just a mediocre attacker. If there's no damage on the field. Okay, big Blissey. That's gonna be able to heal 90 damage. 90 damage. So Marnie's Grimmsnarl is typically like slapping now 90. That's nothing. And we have a switch. Technically I can attack with Farigiraf to take residual damage, right? That means I can attack with Farigiraf for 160 on the active and then knocking out Morgrim, right? They also come back with a bunch of Munkidori. Munkidori battle. Let's see where that takes us. We have the switch, but we don't have Farigiraf. We have the switch. Technically, I could switch Research or Ultra Ball, get the Farigiraf, and attack with Farigiraf. Just a lot more damage. There's no Froslass on board, at least. Who is the better Munkidori deck? Let me know down below in the comment section how you feel about this current situation where Munkidori is like literally in every deck. because it's one of the strongest abilities we've seen. Air Balloon. And the research. Okay, that's a candy. More stadiums gone. Probably gonna be searching for Darkness Energy onto... Oh, Counter Catcher. Who's gonna be knocked out? Munkidori, sure. The one without energy? Do you think I'm gonna get stuck? I have Switch. I have a Happy Switch, so it doesn't matter. 2 Darkness Energies on 1 Munkidori? Now, at a loss for words. I cannot Happy Switch twice, can only Happy Switch once. So... it's an interesting situation. Why 2 Darkness Energies on 1 Munkidori? That doesn't make any sense. Maybe they misclicked and they realized we are the better Munkidori deck. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Because now I can target that down and then they have like 1 Adrena Brain. We need to take 4 prizes. We have not used any single boss's orders. In the deck, there's 2 of them, so... oh, they're not even attacking? What? That's very strange. I'm not gonna lie. Sure. I'll try to just get out another Chansey just because. I could research as well, but that would be very silly. I'm just gonna use... I want to save the Switch, to be honest. Attach Retreat seems like a better option here, right? And maybe I can have... if this guy gets knocked out, we're in a lot of trouble. So maybe it's better for us to go for an Ultra Ball. And another EXP share. Let's go. EXP shares are broken. Ultra Ball. I will get rid of a Monkey. And I will get rid of... Iono's also pretty good, but... yeah, Turbo Energize for sure. What am I saying? Let's get out the second Blissey. Blissey right here. We retreat. Get the Blissey right here. EXP share right here. We have Super Rods, which we cannot use currently. And I'm just gonna go for 180. I know they can like transfer 90 back, but that's not gonna be doing anything. And as soon as I have knocked out Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX, I can try and focus on Boss's Orders place. I know I still have another Counter Catcher left in deck, which is actually interesting because that means I can go after one of the other Pokemon right now. We have both Counter Catchers left. If they're knocking out a 2-prizer, I think they're gone. I think they have realized that there's no way they can like slap 180 and 30 on the bench, and with like triple Munkidori, they can knock out a Munkidori, I guess. But then we can attack, use 1 Munkidori, use Happy Switch to go for another Munkidori, Super Rod, use another Happy Switch to go for another Munkidori. Yeah, it's definitely with like Super Rod in hand, I'm feeling very good about this situation. Imagine they transfer 90 over, then they're at 9. Yeah, they're not even there yet. They're not even there. We can have Boss's Orders as well in hand, so let's go Town Store to make sure they cannot have another one. Yeah, I think they're gone. They're dead and gone. No more damage on their field. These monkeys are like pretty useless. I think they've given up. They have given up. And that means the opponent will be inactive for too long and we will win the game. So that's a victory against Raging Bolt, against Marnie's Grimmsnarl, against a Budu Froslass deck. I wonder what the last battle of the day will be for this Blissey Wall deck. I have not dropped a single game. And note to self, I think Gardevoir is the most difficult matchup, but in the hindsight, if they're just focusing on their Munkidoris, we have Munkidoris of our own, but we don't one-shot Gardevoir. That's like an issue. We can one-shot Gardevoir with a Farigiraf, so at least there's something we can do. Tap down Farigiraf, evolve it, and then go after Gardevoirs with Gusts, either Counter Catcher or Boss. Transfer damage that they are doing to us with Munkidoris back to them. Low HP Pokemon like Ralts or Curlia could get knocked out with that. Yeah, the opponent is inactive for too long and they lose the game. Let's go. Yeah, this Blissey deck is better than I expected. We also gain more cards from the Battle Pass. Also, if you're looking for TCG Live code cards, if you want like all the alt arts before, yeah, you have to wait like 3 months in order for them to like craft, or half a year or something. If you want them instantly, you can go to PokeTownStore.com and use the coupon ZapDosTCG for 5% off with instant email delivery, which is totally awesome. Alright, next battle. What's it gonna be? What opponent is waiting on the other side of the world on TCG Live? I'm also gonna check real quick where Riley Smith had trouble against, because they also had like 2 losses. Seemingly they lost against a Charizard Dragapult list and against a Gholdengo as well. I can understand if you're not fast enough, I suppose, or if your Cornerstone is priced and redeemable ticket as well. I'm going first again, so it's probably going to be an evolution-based deck, which is good news for us, unless it's Gardevoir. Mulligan time, we will instantly know what we're playing, which is great. Then I have to do like Precious Trolley for like, I don't know what. What are they playing? Gardevoir! Yo, Gardevoir with the Jellicent, okay. Ugh. Yeah, we are going first, right? This is not great. If I go first, I could Munkidori proactively. But I don't have energies in hand. So maybe I'm gonna start with a Munkidori. Just because I think they're gonna be faster than us. Okay, my turn to shine. Chansey. We will have access to Arven, but yeah, that's why I'm saying this feels really bad. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if I go for a Blissey this time, it doesn't matter. If I'm going for Arven, it doesn't matter. I don't have energies, and even though Precious Trolley is in there, if I go first, they're starting with a Frillish. That's the worst thing ever. I can go TM Evo if I have something. Girafarig, Farigiraf, knocking out these Pokemon feels great if I have the opportunity to do so. If they Scream Till us, it's also over. It doesn't feel great, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna slap it down proactively. I don't have it. If I draw an energy, I can at least get Farigiraf and Blissey out. Could also go for Turbo Energize, I suppose. Them starting with Frillish ruins our game plan because they can now instantly item lock us, and that means our Precious Trolley is useless. Now you see the downside of the Blissey deck. And that's probably gonna be Gardevoir that knows exactly what they're doing. Maybe they have Iono? No. What? Oh, they're focusing on this? Yeah, we have a chance here at least. I have to go for Arven. What can we do? This? Pokegear, I guess. If they let go of the item lock, we can do something, I suppose. Not great. We're completely stuck. We need to draw into an energy. I know they can knock us out with like the Jellicent. Jellicent slaps 80, which is still not enough. I don't see any rolls either. Come on, top deck energy. I know we can do it. Share your energy with me. Iono, that's great. In this scenario, I will go Turbo Energize. And they also don't have anything, right? Yeah, but I will draw into an energy. I'm 100% certain of it. Let's go. Maybe a Blissey as well. Here we go. No rolls inside. There we go. No energies, but we do have a Blissey. My Turbo Energize is now being put down to the wayside. But I do have a Blissey, I guess. This is where are the energies? Now they will have rolls. Why did I do that? All the cards I already drawn right now could not help me, so at least there's that. Maybe they will go for an Iono. Ralts is here. Ultra Ball. Okay, I think we will see Jellicent EX appear. That means I can no longer put down tools, which means I can no longer get energies. So I have to like top deck Crispin. Not good at all. 80 damage is now enough to knock us out. Oh, and Iono. Perfect! Thank you! This helps. Research Farigiraf as well. That's great. This is also great. Yeah, we're knocked out, but that's fine. They don't have Gardevoir quite yet, and only 1 energy in the discard pile. So the best plan of action is probably... Even if I put an energy right there, I can still not attack. I don't have Balsasaurus either, so maybe... Energy... We don't have Turbo Energize, we need like Boss. This only puts 80 damage, right? So maybe we just sacrifice... Sacrificing a monkey? Do we sacrifice a monkey? Let's sacrifice a monkey and try to just establish something great here. Because we have another monkey. We have a Farigiraf. The Town Store is there as well, but the Town Store can get them the Bravery Charm, which can mean they can snipe for a lot of damage. But I think we will need it. We have no way to push this Pokemon out the active position. Turbo Energize could be great at one point. Not great. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to attach here and then hope they knock us out. So we can then focus. We can also use Mind Band at one point with Happy Switch. I'm not gonna slap down Town Store. I have to find Crispins. Yeah, there's the Crispin already. Let's go. Okay. EXP shares could have helped with the Town Store, but then they could get Bravery Charm up and going. And seemingly with... Yeah, there's the Artisan. We can knock this guy out with Crispin. If they knock us out. That is. Okay, energy's going down the drain. Rare candy going down the drain. We are still item locked. Please attack us. We can get an energy onto their side of the field. But that's a very, very bad idea. It's time for Crispin. Crispin Confusion. Rare candy's gone. Is that the way? Do we go for Confusion? We have another Crispin right here. Ugh. Artisan time. More Munkidoris. Let's go. If I put Munkidori at the action, they can still do it. So maybe I'm just playing it safe. Go for a Crispin. Darkness Water. This in hand. Accelerating. I can confuse the Jellicent, but they can put damage back to us. I think the best plan of action is to just attach here. They seemingly do not have what it takes to take down our Fair. They can just knock it out with Munkidori, but if I'm not attacking, that's great. I can put an energy here. They're not gonna go after this guy as well. They can technically, so maybe this is better. Sure, knock us out. We have Farigiraf waiting in the back. If you go for Gardevoir, we're gonna knock out your only Gardevoir. There's like 2 Munkidori, so we're gonna have to focus on one-shot opportunities. In combination with an Iono. Iono to 4, knock out Jellicent EX or Gardevoir, depending on the situation. I don't like getting item blocked. I'm not gonna lie. I could have actually attached to Munkidori, used Happy Switch. If I have 2 Blizzies, I can activate 3 Munkidoris, and that's 80 damage. Attached to Munkidori, Happy Switch, there. Could have Crispin, yeah, I could have knocked out a low HP Pokemon right there, but that's fine. My game plan is still solid. Let's go with this. And I go for a big old classic. Yeah, there's a Pressure Trolley which we cannot use. The problem is I currently will need to accelerate an energy here just in case I get trapped in the active position. So I cannot get all these Munkidori actions going. I will have to go for an Iono to a low hand size. EXP share as well, which I cannot equip, unfortunately. I don't want to do the residual damage, unfortunately, but I guess I have no choice. I'm gonna have to put 30 damage on one of the rolls. This guy. They're not gonna be like promoting this. Yeah, let's go with that. I don't want to do the residual damage, but whatever. Now we're equal in price rate, so Counter Catcher also does not work. We didn't slap down Town Store, so they don't have access to Bravery Charm, Screen Tail, Play shenanigans. Even with one Munkidori action, they will have, we will have 230 HP. That's scary. Ultra Ball. Fast Antipity, hello. No, Curlia. What? They have a Research in hand. 100%. Jealous Sand as well. And Artisan. They did burn Rare Candy, so that's good news. They did burn 4 Ultra Balls, so they might even whip Gardevoir EX. Farigiraf suddenly becoming one of the strongest attackers in this matchup. Research. Will they have... They have the Rare Candy as well, that's crazy. Gardevoir behavior right here. No Phasantipity, that's not what they need. Psychic Embrace with double Munkidori 60 is still not enough to knock us out. Still not enough to knock us out. So, and we have Munkidoris of our own. So they can still confuse us, but we have Switch. No, they're not using that. We're gonna go for the item lock. No, they're gonna go for this Munkidori. Yeah, they're gonna attack us. Cool. That means we're not item locked. I'm gonna go after that Gardevoir EX instantly. Adrena Brain power. As long as I can shut down Adrena Brains, that's great. They probably have Stretchers as well. Can go after the Jellicent, but the Gardevoir is more scary. It feels more scary to me. Definitely because I have now like a monster hand. They did use Research, nothing else. I can also equip EXP shares and all that. Mind Band, let's go. We are confused, and I don't mind at all. Okay, best plan of action. We're gonna be putting an EXP share on the Blissey. Let's go. Do we go for... Let's go Town Store. Do we have enough energies left? Yeah, that's enough Blissey shenanigans, I suppose. If I can get enough out, we can Munkidori. But I want more Munkidoris on board. There's currently 2. That's not enough. Currently not enough. Shaman to protect. 2 bosses orders. Super odd. Super on Crispin shenanigans. I do residual damage as well. So, with that being said, I'm gonna Ultra Ball. Gonna get rid of this. Gonna get rid of TM Evo. Gonna get myself a second Blissey. There's more EXP share where that came from. So I can get Blissey EX activated. Go for a Town Store. Use the Town Store to go for EXP share. And then hopefully I can find... If I find Crispin, I can get a 2-prize KO. Yeah, Crispin or Boss. What's the better plan? Boss is already here. That's an option at least, but then I lose all my energies. But I have double EXP share though. Double EXP share. I think Crispin is better since there's water energy. Yeah, there's Crispin. There's water energy and darkness energy, which means if I switch retreat, happy switch, I can knock out 2 Pokemon at the same time. And I have boss for next turn, which will make things a little bit more difficult. 2 prize KO here, but I do knock out Munkidori with an energy, I suppose. Knocking out Gardevoir also makes sure they need another Gardevoir to just get themselves going. Ugh. I will try something out. Okay. It's time for the classic switch. Right here. Then we go for Crispin, Darkness Energy, Water Energy. And I will put this in the hand. It doesn't matter, right? I will put this in the hand. Accelerate this energy. Yeah, I could give up on one of these energies, right? Yeah, I'll accelerate this energy. If I retreat it, I can happy switch, attach of the turn. It's gonna be the same difference, right? Yeah. I'll accelerate the energy here. I will go for energy of the turn here. Time for an Adrenabrain. I can actually slap 90, which is funky. This, then we retreat. Get rid of the water energy right here. Then I happy switch from this Munkidori to the other one. And Adrenabrain again. This guy. And I can happy switch technically again. I don't know if they will go after a 1 prize Pokemon, seeing as there are 4 prizes. So maybe this is the better plan. Now we can do 320 and knock out the Curly as well. So that's a 2 prize KO, which is awesome. And we have enough Balsasaurus left to win the game, right? How many balls in here? Yeah, 2 more Balsasaurus left in the deck. And we draw back up with a return attack time and time again. And they burned only 1 Iono. Ooh, that's scary. Definitely because they can also compact with TM Devo. But yeah, Gardevoir seemingly the most difficult matchup for Blissey. I know I have Farigiraf and now I'm up in the prize trade. But I want to get rid of a Munkidori. Right now, their damage output is 190. With the 50 damage output is 240. So they still technically can knock us out, but only if they go for the attack with the Gardevoir EX. Then maybe we can go for the 2-shot. And he has stretchers. Oh yeah, the Screamtail could come into play. We can knock that out and then boss. That's an option. Double Darkness Energy Research as well. Yowza, look at that. We will still get 2 energies here. If they knock out Farigiraf, we get 2 more energies on the Blizzies. And if they don't knock out Farigiraf, they lose because of Balsasaurus. So it all comes down to what... And they know we have Balsasaurus because I got it from the Pokegear. So it all comes down to what they will do here in this scenario. 4 energies on the Jelly. Transfer over the damage. Retreat to Gardevoir. And attack with the Guardi EX. Or will they attack with Jellicent? Interesting. It seems like they're gonna attack with Jellicent EX. Seemingly. Power Press. How many stretchers into this Gardevoir? 2. Interesting. We will save all the darkness energies. Because that's really, really important. And since I have that much Balsa's Orders plays going around, I have Blissey EX in the active position. Yeah, the Jellicent I'm not too afraid of. I can attack this, but they can transfer all the damage back to us, which is bad. I'll just go energy here. Downstore. I'm actually going to focus on Balls. Turbo Energize. We have 2 balls in there, which is awesome. Let's get the Turbo Energize nowhere. They most likely will Iono us, so that's why I didn't try to, like, if I draw into Balsasaurus, that would be bad. So now currently we can go Balsa's Orders. And they can also try and go after Munkidoris, both of them. That is technically scary, because they're not gonna swing. How many counter catchers here? Yeah, they can, if I go after Screamtail, maybe that's better. Right? Because Screamtail can knock out Munkidori. But if they go with Screamtail, they lose. So it's probably better for it to just boss this guy. Yeah, they're not gonna go for Screamtail. They can still go for Counter Catch Knockout. And then Counter Catch Knockout again. So maybe saving the Munkidoris right there. Interesting. And then we're equal in price rate. So then Screamtail can do some stuff again. Ugh. Do I save this energy? Probably not. That's tricky. Now we can actually go for a big old Ultra Ball, forcing them to go for an Iono, but they most likely will play Iono. Oh yeah, it's gonna have to go Ultra Ball. Get rid of the cards I don't need. A Blissey would be like a death sentence if I slap that down. Oh, I could slap down Shaman though. But Munkidori can make quick work of the Shaman, so that's pretty bad. But I am actually knocking out Munkidori right now. Screamtail can no longer work. They are gonna attack us, but if they come with a Screamtail, they lose. So they're never gonna come with a Screamtail. So Shaman is irrelevant. Here we go. Return. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. They're gonna Iono us to 1. Yes. Okay, there's no Balsasaurus, so if they Iono us to 1, that's gonna be great. Because Balsasaurus will be more likely. Another Darkness Energy, also not bad. Sure, if they attack us, we can transfer over at most 90 damage. If I get another Munkidori and some happy switches going around. That means our damage output is enough to knock out Jellicent. They're gonna counter catch her Munkidori with the Darkness Energy. And now an Iono to 1, right? And then forcing us to slap down Shaman. Yeah, because at this point they could have actually gone after Shaman as well. They don't want to put damage on us because otherwise they lose. Okay, there's the Iono to 1. Maybe we draw Balsa's Orders. There's a chance. 1 and 9. Actually 2 and 9. Because I'm the greatest player alive. Okay, that's a lucky break. Lucky break, but I'll take it. Gardevoir is seemingly a more difficult matchup. I know I can use Farigiraf EX. But this is the top deck of the century. We can even get energies to our Blizzies here. Even though the Munkidori is not working out currently. This was their ultimate game plan. Maybe I should have gone after... Yeah, you have an Iono as well, but yeah, boss. Knocking out the Screamtail. Which could have gotten them the game, by the way. Dang, close game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We are undefeated with Blissey EX. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Only takes 1 tiny second every time. Helps out the channel tremendously. And also let me know in the comment section down below what your favorite moment was in the Blissey EX battle video. And if there's any card you would include in the 60. It's going pretty good with the 60. I still think it's going to be rough against Gardevoir sometimes. But Farigiraf really helping out a ton. Also go check out the sponsors. They make the daily content possible. We have dragonshield.com for your sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. Use the coupon ZABLOOS5 and get 5% off your order on anything on the website. They have the most beautiful colors you can imagine. TC Evolutions for your damage counters and ability tokens. 10% off using the coupon ZABLOOSTCG. Very awesome damage counters with perfect quality. Then there's PotownStore.com for your TCG Live code card needs. You can get them with instant email delivery, so spice up your TCG Live account today. Cardmarket.com for European players where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. You can use the referral name ZABLOOSTCG to help support the channel. Thank you all very, very much for watching today's upload. I enjoyed it a lot with Blissey, and will we see this at the World Championships or in League Cups in the new season? Who knows? We'll have to figure it out together. Thank you all for watching. I'll be uploading some more content tomorrow. Have yourself a good one. Peace.